There. Good to meet you, my dears, once again. And I'm very much pleased to meet you through this live video. So far, I have been helping higher secondary students in various levels, both in communicative, spoken, as well as in written English. Now, for the next few weeks, I have decided to help the graduates, especially those who are preparing for the TRB examinations that is scheduled in few months' time. So I thought this little help of mine would be of great assistance to many of the graduates who find it difficult to concentrate what to study and how to study and so on. And so, my dears, this video will not help you 100%, but to some extent I believe that in my approach, certainly you will have an enlightenment. Now, why do I say this? Because all those who are going to sit for your TRB examination, especially I am going to concentrate on English literature, face questions in English, since I am a postgraduate in English. So, make sure first of all, if you want to effectively prepare for your TRB examinations, your first thing is to be thorough about the syllabus. Now, in day-to-day context, you must have seen from many resources that the syllabus for your examination is vast and huge, and it may take months and months of preparation. But first of all, you need to have the satisfaction within yourself that okay, I have begun my preparation and here I am ready to concentrate myself fully on my preparation, and I am sure that I will succeed in my preparation. So that kind of satisfaction that every one of you should have. Moreover, this is a postgraduate examination, and especially for the graduates who have recently come out of your college studies, you may have lot of experiences in remembering all the latest information that is in your syllabus. So therefore, this is the time for you to sit quietly and concentrate on the syllabus. Now, if you have gone through the resources and various informations that is given to you through online and so on, you would find you have almost 10 units, rather 10 chapters for your examinations. Now, in these 10 units, it starts actually from the English literature, starting from 15th century to the present situations. English literature from 1400 to 1600 and 1601 to 1798 and so on, and then 1790 to 1850, and then 1850 to the present day situations. So in these years of English literature, remember to concentrate, because every literature has got 4 different features which is common to all. If you go through the 15th century or 16th century or 17th century, 19th century, 20th century literature, they will concentrate only on 4 different topics: prose, poetry, fiction and drama. So what you must do, you must first of all go through the authors of various periods and names of those various periods, and their contributions to the English literature of various centuries. And if you have all this within your mind, I am 100% sure your 50% is on the progress. Now, how to do this? None other than preparing yourself, concentrating yourself, sitting in a particular place without any disturbance, and read all the informations that are given from the 15th century onwards. And you have many authors, poets, starting from Shakespeare, Chaucer, John Milton, William Wordsworth, and our Indian writers. All these writers will come into contact, and you would take a list of all those authors and poets, and what have they contributed to the English literature of various centuries, various times. It could be Victorian age, it could be Elizabethan age, it could be modern age. So, age wise, if you list out the authors and their contributions, I would say you are on the right track. So, how to do this? By sitting quietly. Once again, I am telling you, lot of concentration is needed, my dears. So, as you go on reading, just underline important dates, information, the names of various semantic ages and so on, and you would come across many new information. Perhaps many of you have been preparing for these particular examinations for more than 3 or 4 years, and I wish you all the success this time. Now, in this video, as far as today's my concern is only on the last chapter of your preparation. Now, I will come to the other chapters like various periods of literature starting from 15th century to the present day. But before that, I would like to concentrate from the last chapter. That is chapter number 10, where you have the application for modern English. Application, see you have the application of language skills. Now, what is this language skills application? Now, if you are still teaching in higher secondary schools, my dears, you would have a lot of informations, you would have fresh informations about the question pattern that they have in +1 and +2. This application of language skills is nothing but all the 1 mark questions starting from 1 to 20. Now, what do you find in those 20 questions? Synonyms, antonyms, compound words, abbreviation, expansion, sentence pattern, prefix, suffix, phrases, idioms, sometimes even voice also they may ask, homophones, confusables. So all these vocabulary items are there. So if you concentrate on each of those items and have a bit of knowledge in all these things, when you come across a question, you would be very thorough in answering and choosing the correct option. So I have no doubt about that, my dears. So my concentration today is going to be on that particular chapter. Maybe in the days to come, I will try to guide you in all the other fields of English literature of various times, and then maybe help you to understand few questions on poems, prose, drama, and so on. Okay? Now, first of all, what would be the area of synonyms and antonyms? Now, the questions would appear like this. Of course, it will be all in objective types, and the questions would appear in A, B, C, D options wise. So synonyms would be from various prose pieces of the writers. Maybe they may select you even a chapter from either +1 or +2 English textbooks, and you have, if you are thorough with the +1 and +2 English books, you have 6 units in every standard. In year 11 you have 6 units, and year 12 you have 6 units. And in all the units, every unit has got a prose, poem and supplementary along with the vocabulary, grammar items, appreciation question of course for poetry, and then skill based questions. Now all these application for language skills is based on all these skill based questions, and it would be writing skills. Alright. Now let me say, and parts of speech also involved in that. Parts of speech is the basic information that you must be very familiar with. Now I can show you many questions. But I would like you to listen to me and understand the types of questions that I am going to discuss with you. Maybe 5 or 6 questions. So in the days to come, I will have a longer video. For example, listen to this question. Honesty is the best policy. Honesty is the best policy. Now if I underline the word honesty, and your question could be, identify the type of noun. Now what is honesty? You all know that it is an abstract noun. Maybe a sentence to find out an adverb. She comes to meet me tomorrow. She comes to meet me tomorrow. Now, if I underline the word tomorrow, and the instruction given to you is that identify the type of adverb. Identify the type of adverb. Now you know there are adverbs of manner, time and place, and frequency also sometimes. So what would be the correct answer for the word tomorrow? It's the adverb of time. See? And this is how you must prepare yourself. Say for example, compound words. Compound words, you know the basic concept of compound words. 2 words combined together, and if you split the 2 words, each word will have its own nature of parts of speech. See for example, sunflower. See, sun is a noun, flower is another noun, so therefore it is noun plus noun. So this is the application of language skills. Sentence pattern. If you come across sentence pattern, what you would have to remember? SV type, SVO type, SVIODO type, SVC, SVOC. So all these different types are there. Now and you must understand what is what. Of course, you know what is a subject, you know what is a verb, what is an object, what is a complement. So these are the 4 information that with which you can identify the correct pattern of a sentence. Alright? So, if I say the sentence, now before that I would like you to concentrate on if you could understand the correct meaning of these words there. Now there are 2 objects. You may say there is one is direct object, another one is indirect object. Now how would you identify direct object and indirect object in a sentence? See, direct object will tell you the action of the subject directly. For example, he gave me a book yesterday. Me is an indirect object, book is a direct object. Now why do I say book is a direct object? Because it answers the question what, and the action done by the subject clearly tells us that the book was given to me. And he gave me is an indirect object, because indirect object will answer the question whom. So this is a SVIODO type. And what is a complement? Sometimes you will find it difficult to identify the complement in a sentence. Complement is nothing but a designation or the profession or the state of the subject in a sentence. See, for example, if he is a doctor, doctor is a complement. She is a teacher, teacher is a complement. So SVC. What is A, of course? Adverb and adjective, adjunct we call it. All the words that refer to adjectives or the adjuncts, adverbs referring to time, they are called adjuncts. And these adjuncts can be placed before or the first part of the sentence. Maybe yesterday, for example, if I say, yesterday I met my friend, or yesterday I went to Delhi, or tomorrow I will go to Trichy, for example. So, depending upon the nature of the sentence, we will classify the pattern of the sentence. The sentence pattern is there. And homophones and confusables, of course, there are thousands and thousands. I can go in each and every word, the sense, but then one example, homophones. There will be two words, and you all know that. And these two words will be pronounced similarly. Pronunciation will be the same, but spelling will be different, meaning also different. For example, object, object. See, when I say object, it's the part of the sentence, the work done by the subject in the sentence. When I say object, object is to disagree. Okay, so disagree. So this is how you must understand. And like this, you have lot of vocabularies which would come under application of language skills. So this is the first video that I have decided to upload for the sake of the graduates who are preparing for your TRB examinations. And if you like this video, please subscribe my channel and then continue to watch them and give your suggestions, because I am teaching to all the graduates, not small kids. So you must be very aware that whether my teaching is of any worth for you to watch. So therefore, my dears, for the time being, let me complete this video and come to you in the days to come, most probably every day if I have time. Otherwise, see you in the next videos, maybe through longer videos or shorts. I am here to help you to understand and answer the questions correctly, to face the TRB examinations effectively and competitive manner, for you to succeed and be happy in your future life. Thank you, my dears. God bless you.